Everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to create an Android plugin to get address from latitude and longitude, also called as geocoding, in Godot game engine. So first I will show you guys the output. So here I'm running it on my Android device. I have this button called get address and I am sending some latitude and longitude from the Godot side to my Android project, and based on that latitude and longitude it is able to get the address for me. Now we are not calling any APIs, it does not require any API key, it is completely free. So yeah, let's see how to do this. So first you will have to create an Android project. Once you create the Android project, it can be an empty views project or a Jetpack Compose project. Then you will have to right click over here, new module, select Android library, and here you can name it as my library or whatever you feel like, and change the package name as well. I have named it as my library. So once you do that, just click on finish. I have already created this, so won't create it again. So here you can see I have created this. Next you will have to go to build.gradle.kts of your library, and here you will have to add this implementation libs.godot. Now this is a new thing in Android Studio Iguana. So this libs.godot is referenced inside libs.versions.toml. So here you will have to add this Godot 4.2.1 stable, and you will have to add this module as well. Now currently at the time of recording I am using Godot 4.2.1. If there is some newer version of Godot available in future, make sure you use that version, and to check this version you can also visit Maven Central. Next, just click on sync now. So here you might be seeing a button called sync now, just click on it. Next you will have to go to your library again, go to Kotlin, create a file called Godot Android plugin, and it extends from Godot plugin. I have created a variable called geocoder, and once Godot setup is completed I am initializing this, and my plugin name is just my plugin. You can name it whatever you want, but do remember this name because we will be using this plugin name in different places as well. And I have also overridden this get plugin signal. So here I am registering our signal called test signal. So once we get the proper address, we will be making use of this signal for sending data from native Android side to the Godot side. Now here I have created a method called use by Godot and get address. Now latitude and longitude I have kept it as string. The reason is that we can't, at least at the time of this recording, you can't pass double values from Godot side to native Android side. It just doesn't work. That's why I have kept it as string. And here you can see if you are on Android version T and above, then we have to call this method geocoder.getFromLocation, and here I am converting it to double. And max results I have kept it as 1, but you can keep whatever you feel like, and you get a listener. So if particular address has been obtained, so what I am doing is that I am getting the first item from that address, because it is possible that there could be multiple addresses for that particular location, but I am just getting the first one. And then from that particular address you can get all different kinds of stuff like get address line, get admin area, country code, country name, locality, postal code, premises. There are more other things as well which you can do an R&D for. And in case of error I am just displaying a toast message. Similarly, if you are using Android below Android T, then we have to call this get location, get from location. This is deprecated in Android T, but it works below Android T. And again I am converting it to a double. Max results is 1, and again you get a list of results, a list of addresses, and again here I am getting the first address, and from that address I am getting the address text. And here I am just emitting a signal to send that particular address from native Android side to the Godot side. So I am sending the address text, admin area, country code, country name, locality, postal code, and premises. And in case of error I am just logging it to the console, but if you want you can display a toast message as well, just like I have done it over here. Next you will have to go to this manifest, android manifest.xml, and firstly you will require this internet permission, because behind the scene like this API I think calls Google server or something and gets the address for us. And here again this has been copied from docs, but the thing which you have to remember is this should be your plugin name and this should be your package name, in case you forgot. So this is your plugin name and this is your package name. So you will have to write same thing over here as well as over here. Next you will have to go to the project drop down, and here you will have to create a folder called export scripts template inside your library, and first create a file called plugin.cfg, and again I have copy pasted this from docs. The only thing which you have to change is this plugin name over here. You can change the description and author if you feel like. And then I have created a file called export_plugin.gd. again I have copy pasted everything from the docs. The only thing which you will have to change is this plugin name over here. Everything else will remain the same. Once this is done, you will have to open your terminal. You will have to cd to your Android project, not to your Android library but to your Android project, and then you will have to run this command. So I'll show you that command. /gradle assemble. Once you run this command, you can go to your Android project, go to your library, build, outputs, AR, and here you should see two AR files being generated, debug and release one. I have already cut pasted those files to my Godot project, that's why you are not seeing it over here. Next, just create a Godot project. So I have created over here. Then inside that create a folder called add-ons, then create a folder with your plugin name, then create a folder called bin, and inside bin create two folder, debug and release. Now just copy the debug file, debug AR file to the debug folder, release AR file to the release folder. So, but you will have to change the name a bit, so I'll show you that. So here you can see I have copied the file, but the name should be your plugin name -debug.ar. Similarly for release, your plugin name -release.ar. Also you will have to go to your plugin folder, and these two files which we created, export plugin.gd and plugin.cfg, we have to copy these files inside this plugin folder itself. Then you will have to go to your project, click on project, install Android build template. I have already done that. Then click export, click add Android. At the bottom you might be seeing a fix import button, just click on it. Here you need to check this use Gradle build, and here you can select whatever architecture your mobile device is running on. If you don't know, select all four of those. And next you will have to go to project settings, click on plugins, and make sure you check this checkbox as well. Next, inside our view, I have just taken a VBox container, a button and a label, and I have attached one script to it. And here you can see first I am getting my plugin name, so this name should be the same whatever you have defined it on native Android side. Then we are creating our label, and inside on ready we are initializing our plugin as well as registering our signal. So as soon as we get an address, this method gets called, and we are just updating our label. And here you can see on button pressed, I'm just calling the get address method which we have written it on the native Android side, and I'm passing the latitude and longitude in form of string. Even though they are double values, I'm passing them in form of strings. So yeah, then you can just run it. That's it. And also one more thing to note is, if you are using Wi-Fi debugging, which I'm also using, so you will have to go to editor settings and add debug key as well as Android SDK path. So debug key is mostly in this folder. For macOS you might have to search for Windows, and also check the use Wi-Fi for remote debugging option as well if you are doing Wi-Fi debugging for Android. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.